Good morning, YouTubers. Good morning, Zoom class. We're getting started today with our classic exercises for the legs, interspersed with intervals of dance. And it's going to be really fun because of that, because we're going to tone the legs, get stronger, knees and hips, etc. But also, we're going to rev up the metabolism, burn calories, feel happy because we love dancing. We're going to take about 2,000 steps, so that's great if you've got your step counter on. And then to wrap up at the end, for 15 minutes, we'll do a little bit of mobility training just to keep you long, loose, and full of juice because, I know you need that too. So let's have a little bit of fun. Our music is Latin oldies today, and you will probably recognize it from classes we did, maybe 15 years ago. So I'll start my timer and my music. Easy dance warm-up, and then we'll get into our interval training. Tap your toes right and left, and let's have a little bit of hip if you like that. Let's have a little bit of shoulders. Little hips, bumping side to side. March. When in doubt, march. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have notes here on the floor. Tap your toes side to side. A little bit of hips if you want. A little bit of dance action. Okay, shoulders. Toes to the side. Tap it out. A little bit of shoulders. Okay, I'm just moving my notes out of the way because you don't need to see those. We're taking our right foot forward and back for a big step and a mobo. 30 seconds. So you'll notice I'm not holding any dumbbells. If you want to use dumbbells today, that's up to you. I'm just going to focus on body weight exercises. Okay, I'm changing it now to the left foot, forward and back. Big steps. Feet apart, toes turned out. Let's come on down for a sumo squat. Here we go. In dance, we call this second position, and we're doing what is called a plie. Okay, bring it in. Take your right foot to the right and behind. We're going to do another set of plies coming up. But first, let's have a little dance action. Feet apart, toes turned out. Come down for a nice plie and come up. So with the plies, if your knees are cranky, do a little bit less. If you start to warm up and feel quite good, take it a little lower. So you can either do a demi-plie or a grand plie. Half or full. Step together, we're taking the left foot out to the side and behind. Here we go. Do one more set of plies. Coming up in 5 seconds. Feet apart, coming down and up. You can go slow if you like. Step tap, side to side. So guys, let's move this forward and back. Do you like to shimmy? You can get your shoulders into this. Okay, take it back down to the plie. Tap your toes right. half. I'm holding a static plie. Eight and eight. 8 and 8. One more set of the 8. Step tap. Okay, you can keep going with this easy step tap, no problem. Or you can bring it, elevate it a bit, make it a little more peppy with a pony move. And shoulders. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Feet apart. Come on down. Nice and low if you can. Tap your toes, right. And left. Right. Left. I don't know about you, but I really feel this. Holy moly. Okay, last set of either your step tap or your pony. Forward. And back. Back we go. Last set. Down we go into our grand plie or demi. Tap the toes. Stay low if you can. Oh baby. 10 seconds. Oh, bring us together. Okay, guys, take a 30-second break. Just march or tap your toes. Have a sip of water. Woo. Okay, I'm going to go on to single, single, double butt kickers. All right, are you starting to feel a bit better? Okay, here we go. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. We're keeping it simple. I like this one because it stretches out the quads a bit and wakes up the hamstrings. Nice work. Okay, so now I'm pulling up my right knee and I'm going to do a nice crunch here on the right. This is strengthening the hip flexor muscles, but it's also working on your balance. If you needed to hold on to the wall or a chair, that would be just fine. You do what you need to do. single, single, double butt kickers. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Do the same exercise on the right side. Right side. Here we go. Crunch. Pull in your tummy. Woo. Or if you're me, multiple tummies after Christmas. All right, we're back to eating the rainbow, right guys? All the colors, salad and soup with lots of veggies, protein at least 2 or 3 times a day. Back to your butt kickers, single, single, double. I'm adding some arms, opposite hand to foot. Single, single, double. 10 more seconds. Moving on to the left side. Oh, fix the underwear, guys. Isn't that great? Fixing your underwear on YouTube. Who doesn't love doing that? Here we go. Crunch. So remember, if you need to hold on to something, go ahead. You want to stay safe. That's really important. We're strengthening our hip flexor. Yeah. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Opposite hand to foot. This one's good for your brain. Okay, last set of side crunch. Here on the left. Slow it down. Try to balance for a second. To sweat a little? Good. That's a sign that we're burning some calories here. Tap your toes. I'm just doing an easy shimmy with a step tap to take a break. You could go for a sip of water right now if you want. Have your water handy. I'm going to put my fingers on the wall. My mom would be so upset. Oh my goodness. Oh well. We're standing tall, taking our toes out to the side, lifting up, bringing it down, and bringing it together. Up. Now my toes are pointing forward and a little bit downward. So we're strengthening strengthening the side of the hip. You know, you'll be strengthening both your standing leg and your working leg. And I always feel it more in my standing leg. Okay. We're tapping back on the right. Right. And pushing the right heel down. Giving a little stretch to the calf. As the foot steps back, bring your hands up and shake your maracas. Little hips, always good. I'm going to do the right side again. Standing tall, up, down, and in. Toes pointing forward and down. I want to feel this on the side of my hip. And I'm trying to stay tall. Trying to keep the tummy pulled in. Okay, I'm stepping back with my right foot again. Back and together. Pushing the back heel down to get a little lengthening for the calf. And hitting those maracas. Going on to the left side, fingers on the wall again. You can hold a chair, out and up and down. Trying to keep those toes turned forward and down. It doesn't really matter if you're flexing your foot or pointing your toe, I don't think. I don't know, maybe it matters. But I'm pointing my toe. If that gives you a cramp in the bottom of your foot, don't do it. We're taking the left foot, stepping back and together. Pushing the heel down to the back. You can have a little bit of junk in the trunk. Okay. Woo! You might wonder why I'm dressed long sleeves when we're getting so sweaty. It's because I turned the furnace off to do this, and I live in Canada, and it's 30 below today, so yes. Lifting to the side. Why do I turn off the furnace? Because if it turns on, it shuts off my internet. The joys of living in a rural community in the north. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Woo. Your left foot steps back. And you step together. back to the wall. Tummy tight. Taking my left foot to the back. I'm bringing my heel up to my bottom. And then stretching the toes out to the back. Now if I want to add a bit of arm, doing a little move. In dance we call it an arabesque. Feeling the back of the leg, get some work. Nice. Okay, we're tapping our toes in the front. We're reaching down. And you can make this single, single, double. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Back to this right side, hamstring curl. Arabesque, tummy in. Okay, here we go. Curl, stretch. Stay as tall as you can. Bring your heel up to your bottom and stretch your leg out to the back. This is strengthening your lower back, your hamstring, your glute muscles, and on the standing leg, you feel that one too? Yeah, baby. Woo! Back to basic. Front. If you want, you can make it a single, single, double. Single, single, double. Taking the other side. Right leg back, tummy in, bringing the heel up toward the bottom and stretching the leg out. You can add the arm if you want. We're trying to stay tall. This time I'm tapping to the side. And I'm taking this to single, single, double. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Want to keep doing the dancing part. Okay, let's go. Right leg, arabesque. Pull the tummy in. Stay tall, shoulders down, chin in. Just tapping side. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Single, single. easy march. You're on a little break. This means it's time to have a sip of water. More seconds in your break. I'm going back to the wall on the right side. Going to tap back and do a little lunge. If your knees bother you, keep it shallow. Taking my left foot back, little dip, and then coming back together. I'm not rushing this. I want to make sure the front knee stays centered on my ankles, so I'm checking that. Two steps to the left and to the right. You can put some hips into it. Dance it up. I'm going to do the right side with my hand on the wall on the right, and my left foot going back again in the lunge. Woo. Here we go. So if you need to omit the dip down, go ahead. Really make sure your knees stay centered on your ankle here on the right foot. Five seconds. Two steps left, two steps right. I'm taking my arms down and up in a little scoop. Woo! I'm saying that because the sweat is just going to be dripping off my nose in a minute. Okay, my left hand's going on the wall. My right foot is stepping back, dipping down, stepping together. The dipping down is optional, but super important keeping the left knee centered on top of the left ankle. And don't rush your move. Take your time. Don't bash the back knee on the floor either, because that is not pleasant, guys. Okay, I'm stepping twice to the right, twice to the left. Doing a little hitchhiking. 10 more seconds here. Back to the wall. Right foot. Here we go. Lunge. Tap together. 2 steps to the right, and I'm scooping my hands down and up. I'm back to tapping my toes and fixing my underwear, because everybody wants to be on YouTube fixing their underwear, right? I'm sorry. I have on old pants and they want to fall down. Okay, guys, you're on a break. Sip your water. Fix your underwear. We're going back to the wall here on the right side. In 10 seconds, we're going to take our knee up, push our heel forward, bring our foot back, and step. Looks like this. Knee up, heel, and down. So I'm just trying to stay really tall. My arms out to the side. But you know what? Here, you can put your hand on your hip if you like. Lift, flex. The foot's going into dorsiflexion, toes are pointing up at the ceiling. And you will feel your quadricep waking up. And your hip flexor, of course. Whew. Okay, let's step tap 4 times, and then 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 2. Swing your arms. Chugga, chugga, choo, choo. With the, I don't know what I'm doing. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Right side. Here we go. Left leg up. Heel forward and down. Seconds. Single, 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 double, double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 steps, 2 steps. 2. Dance it up. We're going to the left. Coming in. Okay, here we go. Leg up, heel forward, and down. Stand tall. Lift your foot to the front, flex your foot, toes point at the ceiling when you get the leg out there. 5 seconds. Single, 2, 3, doubles. 1, 2, 1, 2. Finishing up here on the left side. Up. So I'm holding the wall with my left hand, but I'm lifting my right leg. Knee up, heel forward, up and down. Trying to leave my shoulders relaxed. Woo. 10 more seconds. Alright guys, single. Let's have a little extra dancing. You can take a break if you like and have a sip of water. Okay, I'm taking a lunge to the right side. I step apart and I reach to the right and step together. Right, together. If you need to hold on to something with your other hand, you can hold on to a chair. Moving my step top forward and back. Going to do the lunge to the right side again. And that's coming up in 10 seconds. Whew. My feet are on a little bit of a 45-degree angle here. I'm stepping to the right lunge and in. Practicing transferring my weight. If I needed to, I could hold a chair with my left hand. Or you can just reach forward and side. Keep the shoulders down. Smile, guys. It helps. It really helps. Well, it helps me. When you see me frowning, that's because I've probably lost my train of thought. And then I'm like, oh my God, I better come up with something fast. But sometimes, you know, the brain drifts off. And then how do we get it back? I don't know. It's a work in progress every single day. And that's why dancing really helps. It makes your brain very stimulated. Okay, feet apart. Just a little bit. The toes are a little turned out. We're stepping left. Lunging left. The knee goes with the toes. Reach left. Step together. You can hold a chair with your right hand if you need to. Or you can reach out and in. Tapping the toes. Moving it forward. Back. more sets of left side lunges coming up. First position, feet in a 45-degree angle. Stepping left, stepping in. Hold on to a chair if you need to. 5 more seconds. Tapping your toes. Okay, so what we're doing next is we're cooling down. We're going to do some stretches. I'm going to use a mat. So if you need your mat, grab that. I'll start standing up. I just want to make sure that I'm in the picture here. So we're tapping our toes. Still tapping our toes because we're calming down, cooling down. We have 15 minutes of mobility training coming up. I'm going to get you to take your hands and put them behind your back and stretch your chest. If that's not working, put your hands on your waist, take your elbows back. We're just trying to settle down a bit. Although this music's a little bit exciting. Okay, take your feet apart and move your hips side to side. I love this move because it kind of stretches out the side of my hips a little bit. Bring your right hand up, pull it in. Change it now, left hand up, pull it in. Okay, step to your right, behind, pull in your tummy, reach up with the left, and stretch out your side body. Step left and behind, pull in your tummy, reach up with your right. Step, pull it in, stretch, step, pull it in, stretch, step, pull it in, stretch, step, pull it in, stretch. We'll do 2 more. Step, pull it in, stretch. Last one, step, pull it in, stretch. Oh, good job. Okay, I'm going to turn the music down a little bit so that I'm not screaming at you while we stretch. Next, I'm coming down onto the mat. You can get down there the best way you know how, or you can join me in a really deep low squat. I have my toes turned out. Bring the hands up. My feet are pretty wide apart, at least shoulder width. I'm bringing the hands down, taking the knees to the side, and coming down to a deep low squat. Now I love this move because it stretches out my lower back, my ankles, my hips. Just feels great. Now, if this isn't a good move for you, you could just sit in a chair and stretch your knees apart. It'll work. Yeah, we do that lots of times. Okay, we're coming down onto the hands and the knees. Bringing the right foot forward. I'm going to come forward. My legs are in a 90-90 position. I'm coming forward and stretching out the hip flexor a little, keeping my knee in alignment with my toes, and reaching up to stretch out the whole front left side. Next, I'm coming to an easy twist stretch, bringing my left hand down to the floor and looking to the right. I'm raising my right hand, that's optional. Taking a couple of breaths. Now taking the right hand, I'm threading the needle and reaching under the left side. Coming back to hands and knees. The left foot's coming forward, and I'm back in the 90-90 pose. Pressing the hip forward, and stretching out the hip flexor muscles here on the right. I have my left hand on my knee, and try to relax my shoulders, and the right hand reaches up. So here I'm stretching out the whole front side of the right side of my body. Oh, that feels so great. Going to an easy twist next. I bring my hand down to the floor. I turn and I look to the left. And optional, float the left hand up. Now I'm taking this left hand, reaching it down and under the right side, threading the needle. And coming out of that, back to hands and knees. Bringing the right foot forward. Bringing the hips forward. I'm going to leave the right hand here on top of the knee. And bringing the shoulders down. Pulling in the tummy. Bringing the left hand up. Now I'm changing it a little bit. Coming back to a half split. I put my hand on the floor. And if the floor is too far down, you could use yoga blocks for your hands. So I'm bringing myself back, lifting the toes in the front or pointing the toes, whatever feels better. And sometimes if I point my toes, I get a little cramp in the bottom of my foot, in which case if I flex my foot in dorsiflexion, lifting the toes up, it goes away right away for me. So here I am, I have my hands on the floor. I'm keeping a really flat back, lifting the toes. Okay, coming out of that, back to hands and knees. Bringing the left foot forward. And here we're back with the left hand on the knee. Bringing the hips forward a little bit, keeping the shoulders down, keep the chin in. Reach up with the right if you can. I love this stretch because it helps me to keep taking long steps my husband's legs are 4 inches longer than mine, so when we go for a walk, it matters. Okay, coming back slowly and gently to the half split. Fingertips on the floor, back flat, hinging forwards from the hip, keeping a really flat back. You don't want to be rounded over. So if you feel like you're rounded over, you need to put your hands on yoga blocks. And now I'm flexing my foot, lifting my toes up. That really intensifies the stretch for me. Next, we're going to sit down. Yeah, baby, let's sit down. Now, before I go into my right-sided 90-90 pose, I'm going to loosen up the hips a little, just doing a few windshield wipers. Now, turning to the right, I have the legs again in what is called a 90-90 pose. And I'm flexing my feet. That's important because it helps to tone up the muscles around my knees. I'm putting one hand by my heel and one hand by my knee here in the front. Sometimes I like to hold on to my heel. I'm going to hinge forward from the hip, bringing the heart towards the center of the shin, and then slowly come back up. I'm going to rock slowly in and out of this because my hips are tight. That's just how I am. My hips are tight, so I have to do this. I have to convince them it's going to be all right before I hold the stretch. Now I'm holding the stretch, and I feel it in the outside of the hip and in the buttock. So that's awesome. I love that. I'm trying to slow my breathing down. Take nice, long, slow breaths. And now coming up. Okay, I'm switching the feet over to the left side. Again, in the 90-90 pose with flexed feet. And I want to make sure this knee is not up, creeping up here to the front. It is out to the side or even a little further back. Putting one hand by my heel and one by my front knee. And I'm going to hinge slowly from my hip forward over the shin. And then come back up. I'm rocking in and out of the pose because my hip is so tight. So if you prefer just to get into the stretch and hold it, go ahead, that's all right. I just have to convince myself that it's going to be all right before I do it. So here I'm coming forward and staying in the stretch for a bit, keeping the feet flexed, and thinking about my breathing, trying to slow it down, take nice long, slow breaths. Although this exciting music is making me want to get up and dance, okay, slowly sitting up. I'm going into my crisscross applesauce position, and I'm going to finish up with my physiotherapy homework. I'm holding my shoulders, and I'm going for a little twist to the right, slowly, and center. Exhale. This is the homework my physiotherapist gave me to do is my upper back is a little tight, so I like to do this a few times a day. Let's do 2 more of those. Okay, getting on my hands and knees. I'm finishing off with a down dog, pedaling my heels to give my calves a little bit of lengthening. But they also get really tight in the calves, so I want to make sure I'm stretching those.
Activity completed.
Before I stand up, I'm taking a few seconds to come to this lunge position and think about it. Take a breath, and then I come all the way up. And I'm coming over here to say goodbye to the YouTubers. Goodbye, YouTube friends.